I am outside of the Salons by JC. It's like right behind me. I'm parked out front. I got here a little early. I mean, I'm not actually that early now that I've been trying to film this and like kind of talk through what I'm doing here, but I thought I might get here a little early and put on some makeup. I don't know if I need to or if I just need to go in barefaced, but at this point I guess it doesn't matter because, you know, y'all are seeing what I look like without makeup anyway. But I'm getting my eyebrows microbladed by a girl named Brittney, and it's Brows by Brittney on Instagram, and that's kind of how I found her. I just really liked her work, and I've been like watching my clients get it done and seeing what their experiences were, and I've had 2 other people that I know go to this specific girl. So, I mean, that's great that they didn't have like a horrible experience or anything go crazy wrong. Thanking my lucky stars that this is the one in the Pearland Town Center and not the one that I used to work at, because that ended pretty awkwardly. And I'm a little afraid to show my face in there, so I'm very excited about that. And I just found that out this morning when she sent me directions. I don't know who her receptionist is, because when you email the girl or text her from Instagram or whatever, you think it's going to be her, but the person that responds is in like the 3rd person. And I thought that was kind of like strange at first, but she's very, you know, she's very accurate when she sends you directions, and she definitely will confirm twice at least they did for me, to see if you're going to be there, if you're going to show up, which is really nice actually, because I mean, I know I send out a lot of correspondence for my appointments, but you know, random people who just start businesses don't really have that great of correspondence, I find. And even like bigger chains, like I've done Amazing Lash for several years on and off, and I find that when I go to specific, you know, stylists or whatever, they don't confirm very well, or they'll cancel the day of. I mean, I've had such bad luck with finding beauty people to do things for me, like hairstylists and whatnot. So I'm thankful that the lady confirmed. I don't know if it's Brittney. Anywho, I'm a little early as per usual, so I'm gonna get my makeup out and kind of do it real quick, because I want to like do it before and after, you know, for these bad boys that haven't been plucked. I grew them out specifically for this, but I don't know whether to put on mascara or, you know, go in with nothing, show her the shape I want to have, or, you know, just literally go in bare face in case like I wince in pain and my eyes start to water, because, you know, like when I do lash extensions, my eyes water a lot, so I have to make sure that I'm not wearing anything at all on my face. So I'm thinking, you know, these are my eyebrows like without anything on. I probably isn't that great. I'll post a picture like to kind of really see the details, but I didn't pluck. I haven't like trimmed them. I haven't shaped them in a really long time, just kind of prepping for this. And I'm thinking of maybe doing like a little more gradient hair strokes in front, and then like maybe a little more defined tail on the end, but I don't want it to look, you know, obviously tattooed on or whatever this is that I'm doing. I have some pictures that I screenshot off of her Instagram. I'm going to talk to her about it, and some of the pictures of like, I really like this girl, Chloe Morello. She's like a YouTuber, and she did her experience, and I really like Carly Bible. She did like a video on this too, and I kind of screenshotted some of their pictures as well. So I'm gonna take them into her and see what she recommends, because obviously I'm gonna go with what she recommends over anything, because I have no clue. You guys, I haven't even like researched this much. I just have seen it on girls, and I've seen this girl's work, and I know that I don't like to pencil it in because I'm super lazy when it comes to my own eyebrows. Like, I'll just use a Brow Wiz by Anastasia and just like, but you know, if your eyebrows are colored lighter, like if you have blonde hair naturally and you go darker, you just like have to brow gel it and you dye it all the time. And honestly, I get like a gray hair in my eyebrows anyway, so I probably should be dyeing them, but it's just, I'm a lazy hairstylist, you know, I do everything for you guys, but I don't want to do anything for myself. So I'm hoping I don't make a mistake here and I don't regret this, but I'm going to put on a little bit of makeup just so I don't scare her when I go in, and I will see if she'll let me film it while we're in there, or at least take pictures. But if not, I'll definitely come back to the car and give like an honest recount of what that experience was like. So I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, I just got finished. I'm sure I'm looking really crazy right now. I had like watered so much, like the makeup was a bad idea. It's just a bad idea, don't do it. I could handle it. It was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say maybe a 5 for me, but like, if 10 is a major surgery or something, then, you know, it's not the same scale, but I don't know. I would say maybe, like, for me, laser hair removal is a 4. No, it's about a 6 for me, actually. So this was just a notch above, and I think it was because it's, like, like, her tool just kind of drags the skin a little bit, and you can kind of hear the crackle and pop of your skin where it's digging in, and it's not so bad. Like, it feels immediately like you're pulling a hair out of the follicle, like you're plucking your brows, and then just after, she keeps going and then kind of wipes like a tattoo and then goes over where she missed. So it's like that skin is sort of already tender and just like raw, and I get really inflamed. Like, when I got my tattoo done on my arm swelled up for like a week and a half. So I'm really hoping I don't get like kind of puffy, which I'm sure it'll happen, but whatever. So I'm pretty red right now. That is probably mostly from the rubbing. Like, she would go through one set of strokes and then fill it in with the, I guess, like the tattoo material or whatever it is, that the dye for the skin. And then she would wipe that off and like look wherever she missed spots and stuff, and then come back in maybe with a smaller little instrument that she stroked the hairs in. And then she would reapply the dye and then wipe, you know, so there was like 3 rounds of wiping and stroking, and my eye is watering. It's like the AC and like them just being sensitive right now. But mostly the pain was on the left side, and she even said like most people have more of a sensitive left side, and I know that to be true because when I get my lips done, it's like the prick on the left, I'm like, eat water. And then if you pluck hairs, when I get like my eyebrows waxed, it's like, always on that left side. So I don't know, it was more painful on my left. I did not get the numbing cream, and I think that's maybe because she was running a little bit late and she had an appointment at 11. So I think maybe you could ask for it. I saw it sitting on her counter, but you know what, like, let me just get the true version of what it feels like, because I didn't get the numbing cream at all. And I do get a little numbing cream for my lips, but I've also done lips without numbing cream, because in the lip injection stuff there is lidocaine, so it like, you feel the prick immediately and then it numbs everything up. So I don't know, I guess I've done both, and I don't have that great of a pain tolerance, I'll tell you that. Like, I don't know, like, I'm a wuss apparently, but this wasn't so bad. I felt like it was an annoying, aggravating pain. Like, I started to kind of get mad in the middle of it, like, oh, this hurts so much, like, why am I doing this? But afterwards, when I looked at it, I was like, and she said it would be a little darker than maybe what it'll look like in a week, and that the after effect is, after it goes through its peeling and flaky kind of patchy phase, it will get patchy, and so, because it's superficial, it's not super dark like a tattoo. So she said that, you know, you really do want to come back in your 4 to 6 weeks to do the touch-up, and she said it's not as bad the second time, and not everybody goes through that awkward, like, patchy phase. So it just depends on your skin and how well it takes or doesn't take. I am supposed to come back in 6 weeks, and I'm supposed to put Aquaphor on morning and night, and no water for the first 48 hours, no makeup on my eyebrow, I'm guessing, or around the brow for the next 48 hours, which is fine because they're pretty filled in right now, and like the strokes of the hair in the middle I like super love. But I will say one thing that I'm just now remembering is that when she applies the dye after all of the little cuts are made, I mean, they're like paper cuts. I struggle to call them cuts. Like, they're like little paper cuts, but you know, paper cuts hurt kind of the worst, and it probably goes a little less deep than a paper cut would, depending on the severity. But after she puts that dye on top of those cuts, it kind of feels like a chemical peel, like where it gets really kind of warm and hot, and I think that's just your skin reacting to like the alcohol in it or whatever is in the product. But I remember being like, oh, it's warming, it feels like a chemical peel, okay, it's subsiding now, it's subsiding, and then she'd like rub it again, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a wimp. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad, and it was really short. I mean, the overall thing of stroking took about 30 minutes. She did measure my eyebrows, and I did get to talk to her about my pictures and show her what I wanted. I actually took pictures off of her Instagram, and I also showed her some pictures of a girl that I really like, and you know, it's not that much different. It's a little darker than maybe like what this girl's is in the picture. If you want to follow her, that's Chloe Morello, but the pictures of the ones that she's done in her studio kind of look like that. You know, it's real natural, and on this girl it looks like she really didn't have much of an eyebrow, and I had a decent eyebrow beforehand, so but it just was too not filled in, just too natural, I guess, you know. So yeah, don't wear makeup. That would be my advice. Maybe take a Tylenol. Maybe that would help, you know, like just before. There was a girl sitting on the bench waiting for me afterwards, and she was like, how did it, like, she seemed really nervous, and she stopped me on my way out, and she was like, how did you do? Was it bearable? What did it feel like? Your eyebrows look great. And I was like, you can do it. It's fine. Like, just go in there and get them done, you know, whatever. I'm glad I did it, and I guess I'll update everybody on like what it looks like in, you know, Instagram in like a week, and you know, before and after. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Looking for a little light to illuminate the truth and the stillness after everything is blown away. Life fades in the cuts and the struggles. I just need